True, the area control doesn't matter.
They're not good at illusions like
Situation mark. Yeah, maybe. But let's send it to our casters for game number 3.
LGD is just one game away from being able to take the UniMajor championship. We're about to find out whether or not they can do what Evil Geniuses failed to do at the Singapore Major and make it a clean sweep, Kyle.
Indeed, they are one single game away from claiming both the physical trophy on stage and the digital asset representing. Honestly, Cap, I am not certain anybody in this tournament is even close to capable of beating them at this point. They look unstoppable. PSG.LGD could quite possibly be the most dominant team we've ever seen at a Valve Major.
You're really fishing for that curse, aren't you?
They need all the help they can get.
You just want to prove that your curse is stronger than the Arteezy curse, don't you, Kyle?
I don't really
I will agree with
curses.
you, though. LGD is incredibly dominant.
I don't know if they've broken EG necessarily, but that second game, like, if you flip the drafts, if we had some sort of save feature, which is something I wish we could do, like how cool would it be to like scrim and take over those drafts at 20 minutes, right? But if PSG.LGD was playing on the EG side, they were winning that.
Yeah.
They were winning that 100%. And in the break, I realized we never commented. Yeah.
I have apparently not content to destroy Arteezy on the battlefield. They will literally mess his face up.
Yeah, making the man a meme. So 2 points. One,
yes,
they went double Aeon Disc against Brewmaster, who can AoE dispel them. So I'm like, wow, that looks like even worse in retrospect. And secondly, 2 games in a row, the Arteezy Nature's Prophet is that just so he can't get cliffed.
Very possible. Very possible.
We'll see.
Now he's the Terrorblade. I don't think that LGD is going to manage to cliff him in this game. They don't have any of those relocating abilities, but who knows? Seems like it's always a possibility. Xin with the early first blood on Courier.
Has been killed.
This time, the thing I like about what EG have done is that they've put the core player, certainly performing the best, Abed, on maybe not the win condition, but certainly capable of winning the game for his team.
But it feels like it's very stark contrast to the 2 games we just saw from Evil Geniuses, where they doubled down on the greed in this game. They've got a Terrorblade and a TA. Is this a little bit too much, Kyle?
It might be. I really like the last pick, Naga Siren from PSG.LGD. They take a page out of EG's book. Very good against TA. Now, the new style, Abed could get enough range. The side blades being pure, very effective at whittling down the high HP Naga's health. But the problem is if you fall behind, and look for the rotations, right? We've seen this against TAs from PSG.LGD in the past. They're going to double rotate mid and just gank TA. Pre-level 6, you drain him, you wave him, eat the refraction, get the kill. Crit on Tusk, I thought he played well in the previous game, if not a bit over-aggressive. This time it'll be a little more defensive. Look for those defensive snowballs to be big.
What an answer by PSG.LGD, by the way. This Naga Siren, they see a Venomancer and a Tusk. Naga Siren naturally has very high armor, so they'll be able to deal with the Tusk tag team. And then you've got a Dispel off of the mirror image to be able to deal with the poison coming out from the Venomancer. So.
That's a very nice pick, and it gives them an answer. You know, they're not really concerned now about the game going too late. As long as it stays even,
yeah, look at the rest of their setup for team fights. Sleep into an AoE silence, an AoE call, an arrow. Like, feels like all 4 of these heroes are very positioning based.
You also have Wyvern, which is really nice against TD, and especially when there's a TA on his team as well. You've got to be really careful as effectively anyone on EG, because if you get cursed near one of your big damage dealers, you just die, and it allows PSG.LGD then to set up on you. And I love Axe because it's a no damage follow-up, so you can continue that 100% CC without losing anything. You know, if you lean a stun on top of a curse early, there's just no damage dealt, whereas Axe is like, well, they're just taunting me, and nobody minds. Abed doing quite well in the mid lane, 15-4 against 11-0. And it's just all about whether or not they look to rotate on him. I really like to see somebody stack for him, but Crit being a Tusk, a lot harder to get stacks off, playing a melee hero in the offlane. So Abed may have to do that himself.
Yeah, if anything, maybe you can throw out the shards to stack the hard camp from the river, but that's really about the easiest execution he's got. Abed once again doing very... Hello? Is that 3 misses in a row?
It's not his day, not EG's day.
Really, it's not. Let's see if he can pick up the water rune, though, as that's going to be coming up. Faith Beyond, uh-oh. Cutting off Fly here. Looking
Nice
for more
arrow.
spins. Nice arrow, and a little bit more damage. They got it. Faith Beyond draws first blood against Fly.
Fly has not had the greatest series so far. He's going to need to pick it up. His team is going to get a win. I think he was thoroughly outplayed by Y in that last game, even more so in the first. And on Lion, he's going to have to make a bunch of plays here. His draft is somewhat low on disables. None of his 3 cores have a stun. So if he can't get active, and nobody else on the team that can make up for it. And Lion's quite nice against Naga. You can't always get the immediate kill on a couple of illusions, but at the same time, the Manta Diffusal comes out, you just feed. It's really tough to play in the 15-20 minute plus range.
Going for Y here. Tag team to slow him down. Ice is also slowed down by that Arctic burn. He's trying to get close enough to throw out the Gale, but will not be there in time. Once again, Abed is doing very well in the mid lane. Is what I was trying to say earlier. 26-5 compared to 19-2, though this is expected for a Templar Assassin.
It's been really nice on the side blades, but you know, EG, they really like having a good landing phase. It's a big part of their success so far.
Okay, now they've caught Y, but this time around he's going to TP away. He just keeps on finding all the answers, and he's just trying to just get experience while his carry is off to go farm some neutral creeps.
Naga's quite nice that even early on you can farm jungle without really risking too much, so long as you can spam illusions.
Yeah, this is a rather interesting choice, and it's a good choice. It's one of those, like, this is what we've been talking about for LGD, is their hero versatility and drafting offers them a big advantage, and this Naga Siren, I'm not sure how much they practice it in scrims, but we haven't seen it from them in 6 months.
And I love this too, just bring nothing to say top. They've got Catapult Wave. They're like, all right, well, we're going to push. Faith Beyond, he'll clear the wave. He has a Vanguard also. Pre-6 minutes. That's actually nuts, but I guess that's just Axe Dota. And they're even going to aggro Glyph because their mid tower's taking a little pressure. Dinku will go there. Has 2 leaps. Got to be cautious, though.
Just managed to land the Earth Spike here, and the follow-up Hex. 1 hit. They've got him.
That's huge for EG. They really wanted that kill. Prevents the wave from being pulled away, and it also allows them to potentially push down this tower. No team has a Glyph. And I think you're willing to take this. EG, you love mid-tower. You'll trade your safe lane for it any day, and they know that Exorcism is now down.
Yeah, that was a really cool idea from Evil Geniuses. I think they read the fact that Mirana always wants to be able to just arrow siege wagons, so they really preemptively set up for that. Meanwhile, Ice has got his ward wall set up, so he can be left alone in this situation for the double support roam.
And, you know, even though this was a really early TA, and yes, there are counters to him throughout the game, we saw, who was it? Was it Team Nigma against VP? Who absolutely destroyed the TA with some pretty timely cold embraces. The blink forward would come.
Yes.
His target wouldn't die. He'd get Wyvern cursed, and that would be that. But there isn't really much to deal with TA in the mid game right now. You don't have too much roaming potential. He was unchecked mid, and now he's top net worth and able to invade enemy jungle. Nothing to say. It's a great trap from Abed.
Yeah, he ran through that trap anyway, and again, the 2 supports playing around Abed, playing around the big damage dealer, while the other 2 cores are farming away.
And this is the key. Because Abed is so strong, they can take the enemy tri-camp. So it doesn't matter that he didn't have his own stacks, though he does have one waiting. He can take this gold directly out of Faith Beyond's pocket. That'll delay his Blink Dagger significantly.
This seems like a philosophy thing for Evil Geniuses, something that we've seen multiple times now in this series. They're putting more of a priority in taking away farm from the enemy team rather than stacking it up for themselves.
And it is a really nice style that they've got. Ice, it's not traditional for him to play Veno, but he's going to be able to do, you know, somewhat Timber Saw lot things. Area control, shove waves, sit in an area and just deny farm. Terrorblade, same deal. Illusion, shove down waves. You can see once again the double support plus Abed combo. That's going to be a pretty free kill. Faith Beyond did farm the Ancient stack in the meantime. But you're going to see Ice Ice Ice. He'll control this bottom outpost area. Okay. And Abed and the supports, they've got a ward down. They're going to try to do the same in this top triangle. So it's all about out GPMing and just finding opening kills. The support duo on EG has a lot more kill threat than the one on the other side.
And what has been PSG.LGD's response so far? Like, we've seen this pick off on the Winter Wyvern and such, but otherwise, I feel like I haven't really seen the cores on the map or on our screen a whole lot. What are they up to?
It's just Ame clearing top. They placed a nice ward behind him and then 2 sentries, so he's pretty sure he's safe. And in a way, this enemy jungle is the safest part of the map for him.
So recognizing that Evil Geniuses is going to be invading their jungles, PSG.LGD, at least for anyway, are setting him up to play the enemy jungle and just keep away from where Evil Geniuses wants to play.
Exactly, but the downside is, once again, if you look at Nothing to Say, his laning phase wasn't great, but he doesn't have anywhere to be. Like, there's a Venomancer to his right, there's traps. You actually saw them place 2 sentries just to try and control that area. Because he's afraid. He's about to hit level 8, but is not feeling great. Meanwhile, Abed is approaching level 10. And that's the sacrifice. He's 2,000 net worth down on the TA. However, of all the mids that PSG.LGD have been picking, you know, the Razor to an extent as well, Death Prophet doesn't really need net worth as much because your damage and power within fights is more based around your abilities. Just your raw kit. You know, if you're level 12, that Exorcism does just as much damage as if you're level, 15 with a bonus item.
Sure, and as an example of that, it means it's more, your hero is more effective based off of your allies. So having Eagle Scepter in some cases is just the same as having Winter Wyvern being able to Cold Embrace. What a pickoff though! This is a beautiful Moonlight Shadow rotation from LGD, catching Arteezy, farming up and stacking a hard camp Faith Beyond. Ooh, man, that was quite the net worth swing that they just got themselves.
They will take that. Arteezy just caught an app and fortunately was under the Observer ward, so a very easy setup for PSG.LGD, and there was no Blink Dagger required, so Faith Beyond will close in on that right after he finishes this camp, and then things get a little dicey. Top. Oh, the concern for AG, how do you kill Naga? He's got Song ready.
Yeah.
There's just nothing you can do here.
Shards doesn't land, even if it did. Very tanky hero, 17 armor naturally, and as you said, always has the ability just to pop Song and reset.
And now the initiation advantage firmly shifts towards the side of PSG.LGD. Their offlaner is going to have a Blink Dagger. Now, the cool thing about Veno and why it's always traditionally seen as a strong counter to Axe is because of the wards. You cancel the Blink Dagger, you place them on high grounds, and you just sort of spread creep, so to speak. And then he can't actually enter the fight. They're going to smoke.
Smoking through each other. Oh, it pops. Faith Beyond doesn't actually make the jump there. It could have been a 3-man call, but at the same time, he doesn't really know what's going on, too. Oh, they found the pickoff now as Abed's alone. His 2 supports ran back, but he runs across the river.
There was just nothing doing there. And once again, a great ward from PSG.LGD, just making it easy for them. But yeah, throw out the tip, because right now, EG, just not really ready for these moves, it feels.
Yeah, not playing very clean.
No.
Dual Scepter now for the Death Prophet, as they use the Exorcism to try and poke away at the mid tower. The Glyph is going to be able to force them back, and, well, the Shards and the punch. There we go.
The thing is, Arteezy rotated there too, which is very odd, because the bottom area of the map was still his space to play with. He didn't have meta. It's like, what's he doing at the mid tower? Yeah,
you feel like he's overreacting to this pressure on mid lane.
Ame was just farming. He's going to have a Manta finished by 14 minutes or so. And, you know, I'm thinking about it. EG, what do they really have to deal with this Naga? It's going to be out farm. That's really their only answer at the moment. Faith Beyond now with the blink. They're looking to make moves up here.
Moonlight Shadow.
You don't have vision.
Who's here? Crit. Crit's going to be spotted. And they're just going to content themselves with this pickoff. I think they would have liked to be able to invade the jungle and find something more, but, you know, you take the kills that are in front of you. Ice, 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 meanwhile, Okay, Winter's Curse not going to last for... oh, it actually does last a while. Maybe because the wards were in the range? Or were the Ancients close enough?
What's he doing there?
Yeah.
EG, it's as if their whole game plan right now is we're just going to farm and hope for the best. Why? He might die.
He's dead.
He's dead?
Yeah, Poison Sting's going to take him out. So he does manage to get a kill for that, forces some heroes back to the base, but yeah, it's a very suicidal move for him to just play the triangle like that. I know you want to be able to take the enemy's triangle as a Venomancer. It feels fantastic.
But that's the thing is, like, why not do that, like, you know, much earlier?
Yeah.
And in addition, if you're going to do that, where's his supports?
Yeah.
Like, that is, in a way, the right move, but the rest of the team has to be there. They need to have sentries down. They should have traps up, supports waiting, you know, TA in the vicinity.
Manta for Ame, so look for... Jesus, did you see that?
Yeah, it was nuts.
Blows my mind every single time. We do have the Manta for Ame, so now his farm is going to be picking up even faster. He stayed 1,000 net worth ahead of RTZ ever since that one Moonlight Shadow pickoff that Faith Beyond was able to get. And that's only going to accelerate further and further.
Ame's just doing such a great job playing top, and now he's got hero smoked behind him. This is perfect.
Yeah, so they're maybe going to get baited into the idea. Oh, it's just Ame. He's just farming. They're going to go feed snare. Snowball. Oh, bailing him out there. Managed to get him away from that arrow. The Winter's Curse is going to allow Ame to be able to reset off of this one. Let's see if the toss actually dies through this. The magic damage is going to be enough. With the help of the Naga Siren Illusions, they get the kill.
That was really well played. The arrow got hit by a creep.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, that might land. And yeah, you said it. Kind of baiting this idea that maybe I'm just illusions, but net into arrow is actually a pretty nice setup. Even only 1 point in it, it's a 2.75 second disable. And there's no force staff on the side of EG, so it's just the snowball if they want to disjoint it or dodge.
What do you think about this this Lion pickup against all of these illusion heroes? We keep on seeing this because Lion's a very value support. It seems like illusion heroes are really becoming the meta. Hold up, Ame. Fly, stunning some illusions here. Some neutral creeps does manage to get the hex on the real Naga Siren. They're trying to put in the damage with the Cold Embrace, allowing them to be able to save a bit. Ice gets off the beautiful.
Oh my God, the side blade!
The side blade lining up for Abed.
That's huge.
Crushes the Wise Winter. Oh, nice use of smoke there from Fly. Otherwise, he might have just died to an illusion. Evil Geniuses off a win like that will go for Roche.
I gotta see how that went down again. They tried to just save their Naga Siren, but that Meld Strike just decimated 2 heroes at one time. It felt like it did 40% of the Naga's HP, which is kind of wild when you consider how much plus armor he has, but
yeah.
End of the day, huge fight for EG. PSG.LGD, an uncharacteristic mistake, but more importantly, they actually had vision in that fight. EG with that defensive ward on the outpost, Sentry as well, was a significantly better spot. They actually had pretty much pure vision within the engagement.
Yeah.
And now Abed takes a big lead plus an Aegis.
Here's that side blade. Abed.
It's one. Yeah, okay, so it was just 2 hits. It was just 2 hits, but that you saw, I don't know if it was, let's call it intentional. It is the finals. Abed timed that attack to hit like 0.03 seconds
after the Cold Embrace.
Yes, because that gives him 2. The song animation is a little bit, but the 2 attacks land the kill. If song goes off, Iron just TP's out to safety.
Yeah, no, for certain. He needed to be able to get in those 2 hits, and honestly, his timing there was, I think it could have been potentially literally perfect. Ame does manage to get the mid tower while Evil Geniuses are barreling down the top lane, trying to make use of this Aegis they've picked up. PSG.LGD, not ones to let this lie. I have respected the hell out of LGD and their willingness to fight into Aegises all the time.
Oh yeah, they just don't care. TA, very susceptible. Yeah, you might respawn, but if you aren't in a position to immediately start a fight, like you just die again. You get netted so much. He's TPing out. They back off.
Right, smoke, not finding anything. I think they're hoping that Evil Geniuses would like push into the triangle, meta would start expiring, and they would be able to find an advantageous fight, but not the case. EG very quick to back off and play their side of the map. They have been a little bit over-eager, a little bit too greedy at times at taking map control away from LGD. And have had their hand caught in a cookie jar.
Ooh, they saw that invis on the Death Prophet, top with the ward sentry. They should know something's coming, but Arteezy.
Call first. Follow-up arrow. The neutral grips the Centaur. Is that going to be able to help Arteezy get out of this one? He's at half health, looking for the Sunder. Moonlight Shadow, he turns around, just managed to get off on Ame. Now the turn, Reflection goes out. Ice throws all the magic damage he has. They're going to leave behind Faith Beyond. He is going to be casualty of this failed gank on our tour. Looks like why? Sideblade again from Abed. Lines up to kill the captain of PSG.LGD.
Well, I'm using as much Mystic Power as I can to make this a competitive series. Arteezy calling on the assistance of the very creeps in the forest to save his own life there. No
Centaur
business.
Conqueror, I summon thee.
There is no hope for him. What is he doing there? But it works out because he gets a friendly Centaur. What was that? Yeah, you can see he's completely alone. No one's there. They knew that this was happening. And yeah, it also blocked the arrow. The arrow can't come out.
He couldn't get an angle on it. It was hilarious.
And they get the outpost for that, and 2 kills.
Cockroaches, curses, and centaurs. Apparently the theme of the UniMajor finals.
Well, I don't know about that. CCNCs have not fared super well. But perhaps EG will have a better time of it. They're not in the best, but still have the Aegis, closing in on the BKBs. Ame now has Diffusal up. He's actually going for an Aghanim's. That's cool. It functions as a counter in a way to the Venomancer ultimate. Just kidding, they've changed that since I last looked at this. You can ensnare Spell Immune or sleeping units. Plus, wow, cast range. God damn, what?
Yeah.
6-second CD?
Yes.
So you can pre-ensnare
Radiant's bottom tower
to prevent blinks.
Yeah, exactly.
It also works on BKB heroes. That's actually a hard counter to Terrorblade TA.
Yeah, I could tell you all about this, Kyle. I was doing my Naga Siren support spam. Snowball stalling Ame, but they are very grouped out. Ame's gonna come out. Call, not quite thrown out. Here is he gonna wait for the arrows to be able to fade away and then go for his call, but they've already taken him down. Light number 1, gone for the Templar Assassin. Terrorblade, they look to be able to take out the Tusk. They do. Arteezy tried to go for the Sunder, but was unable to pull it off. The Winter's Curse. Now, Ice is gonna be left behind as Abed. That's a terrible, terrible fight for Evil Geniuses. PSG.LGD get a big win and move straight to farming around the map as efficiently as possible.
They can't ask for a better setup in a way. Do I want to be here? And Nothing to Say just runs at him, and he dies.
Yeah.
Like, Illusions and a Death Prophet killed him before he could even respond. And he's also rushing Aghanims.
Nice play by Abed there. I believe that was a Winter's Curse refraction up, and then he blinked away afterwards.
That's quite nice, but that fight, that was EG's edge. It's now gone.
Yeah.
Even game. And based on how absolutely ridiculous this Aghanims on Naga is going to be against these heroes, like, it's an incredibly long, it's going to be a 5-second net on a Terrorblade, and you already saw the damage that they can deal. They don't really care about BKBs. Those aren't a win condition for EG. All 3 of their cores have physical or pure damage. Like, they're just going to get up in the face of the TA. Illusions are going to beat through refractions almost immediately, and then Ghosts will finish the job. Faith Beyond can be there with the call. The Cold Embrace, hard counters EG's 2 cores. You saw them. It just, okay, Song, do a little damage. The Illusions still attacking, and Ame just getting healed to full.
Okay, I can definitely see, because my question was, I feel like Terrorblade and Templar Assassin are 2 heroes that kind of like just stand and deliver. So I was going to ask you like why this ensnare was going to be so potent, but I guess if they try and stand and deliver to the only heroes that are in range, it makes it really easy for Cold Embrace to counter them.
Indeed, and it makes the support's life on the side of PSG.LGD so much easier, and that setup, that Song into arrow, that's going to land every time. The support duo, and also in a way Ice, who's just all in on the anti-regen. I kind of dig it. He had Spirit Vessel Rush, now straight up Shivas, because reducing this healing from the Wyvern is going to be so key. Death Prophet as well. Like, these heroes will not die, even the Essence Ring to boot.
Maybe he goes Scotty third item. PSG.LGD though. 4-man smoking, do manage to call the initiation onto the Venomancer with the arrow follow-up. He's dead. No chance of getting off an ultimate. They're going to use the extra movement speed to see if they can catch someone behind the tier 2, and they do. Missed Earth Spike Fly. Tries to deal with the illusions with the multi Spirit Siphon, but PSG.LGD getting some momentum going now in this game.
They use nothing. They're just going to walk up high ground, it appears. And yeah, I actually like that reply. No blink. He's just going for the mana drain so he can kill the illusions.
Okay, this is really cool, right? So, Aghanim Scepter, we're seeing this whole combo. You're talking about that. Now the Aghanim Scepter build for Arteezy early onto this game rather than the BKB. So he's basically saying, like, yeah, you're going to go for this sleep arrow combo, but I'm going to Terror Wave as soon as you come out of that, and that'll allow us in some ways to be able to reset the fight ourselves.
Yep. No, it's a really good point, because it also fear the illusions.
Yeah, that like Naga Siren just won't be able to play normal Dota in that regard. Like, you can't build a BKB on that hero.
It also, in a way, like, because the thing, because EG had picked Naga and Terrorblade as well. The song is a really good reset for meta. So if you actually find yourself in a poor fight, okay, well, just sing the song, everybody gets out, and then you re-engage with meta down. So this is a better way to perhaps take a fight, because Arteezy has to deal damage to kill things.
Right. Okay, so it deals both ways. The offensive sleep, you know, you're able to get a reset yourself, but also the fact that you can get an initiation, and more disables are going to be so important in being able to chain and kill this Naga Siren before the sleep goes off. Yeah, I can definitely see how this is effective on both sides of the table.
But soon they're going to have BKBs. Faith Beyond's closing in on his. We already saw the one on Nothing to Say.
Yeah.
The Aghanim is up on the Naga Siren.
Faith Beyond, BKB soon.
Yep. And Ice on the Veno, you know, if you control map and sort of take farm for most of this game from the enemy cores, I'm a big fan of the hero, but right now it just feels like he's ward spam against, you can even witness now, Naga Siren does not care about wards.
Yeah.
The damage is a tickle. And there's so much sustain on the side of PSG.LGD that I don't think this overtime from the ultimate is really going to be effective. Like, they have to actually kill heroes before they have a chance to sustain and regen. Well, we'll see.
Are you still favoring Evil Geniuses? I mean, because at the very start of the game, we were talking about the double greed of both Templar Assassin and Terrorblade. Then they took early game, and I was like, okay, they're also going to scale pretty well.
I don't know, man. PSG.LGD, their supports just offer so much in the late game. I mean, really, just the Wyvern. I would rather have a Wyvern in this game than a Tusk and a Lion.
Sure.
And they also have free smokes from Jin Q, who's popped it pretty much off cooldown.
So if anything, the late game advantage for PSG.LGD comes more the fact that they just have superior team fight.
Yeah, right? and also the Naga is just... You don't want to play TA into Naga once she gets that 4th, 5th item up. Like, she'll have a Butterfly soon on Ame.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got a MKB queued up on Abed, but he's 300 gold. It's nowhere close, and still doesn't help you clear illusions. That's the trouble.
Yeah, the Lion's doing what he can with that shard pickup as a counter, but these illusions are pretty well spread around the map. A 3-man smoke right now, an Arcane Rune. Jin Q, he's going to be able to grab it first and doesn't lose his life.
Who can punish that? He just walked up as a Mirana and grabbed an Arcane Rune, and nobody could do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's Fly with a stun, but again, the shard, not the blink, so there's no real initiation.
He's trying to work on that Blink Dagger next, but oof. Yeah, there's so many times where they needed that Lion to be in a position to be able to follow up the damage that they had on the Naga Siren. And they just couldn't get that positioning right. Felt like Evil Geniuses had that. Oh, the call in. Blade Mail, BKB. Arteezy. He's not going to get an easy Sunder off here either. The Ensnare's going to be thrown around. The Terror Wave goes out, but the BKBs are still going. He needs a Sunder, but the sounds last too long. Nothing to say. Timed it perfectly. Now the song to be able to catch whoever they can. But it's not quite close enough. Evil Geniuses, the rest of them will be able to survive, but damage has been done. Evil Geniuses, are they thinking about doing this? I don't think so. Not without Arteezy.
And he has the Talbot of Evasion, but that's completely ineffective against all the damage he just took. Blade Mail, Axe, Ghosts do not miss. So
Great rolling in. They're going to try and get a fast pick off while the rest of the team is inside the Roshan pit. Roche is not being taken that quickly by PSG.LGD. Evil Geniuses can hold this, it looks like. as they wait for Arteezy up in 5 seconds.
That's what their draft was built for. Just spam wards, shards. If they try to walk up high ground with illusions, easy clear with the mana drain. Long fights suit EG. They don't want to battle into BKBs. There's one up on both Nothing to Say and Face Beyond. We saw that. They just initiate on Arteezy. He Terror Waves. It's useless. They're immune to it. And he can't sunder them either. So he will die 100%.
Song down, Exorcism down, Faith Beyond though. Oh, Crit's looking for anybody. Shiva, that's going to go out, give him a little bit of vision. They do manage to get the call on the Crit. At the same time, Ice has the problem with the illusions. The Witcher's Curse goes out. All of Terrorblade is going after him right now. The Calling Blade will put Ice in his place. Faith Beyond still managed to get the call. Do they have a silence follow-up after that? No, Arteezy does manage to get off the Sunder just before the silence lands. He heals off of Fly. Meanwhile, Abed, he's struggling to be able to catch more heroes after he managed to bring down the Naga Siren. Refraction getting burned out. Fly and Arteezy on their way to be able to help him out, but a call going out. Tearaway pushing him away. Manage to maybe the damage over time. It's burning. Abed dodging the arrow. Another round. Blinks away. Refraction coming up. It's up now. Wand in 3. He's okay, but it's going to be Fly now in trouble. The sound's going out, trying to prevent anybody from Evil Geniuses from jumping in. The 2 cores do survive on EG, but without their supporting crew, they cannot take this Roshan. That's why they're going to buy back now. 20 seconds left on the Naga Siren. Add another 5 for TP time and a little bit of movement. They're going to try and do this real quickly. But Exorcism, Faith Beyond, waiting, biding his time, looking for the opportunity to jump on Arteezy. Looking for the opportunity to steal away this Roshan, or maybe steal away the team fight. A snowball, counter to the call. That's going to be able to save the Templar Assassin. Popping the BKB, turn around the damage. They're going for it. Oh, but the cold embrace, it saves him from the melted. Evil Genius is backing away. Nothing to say is oh, he's stuck in the shards. He's stuck inside the pit. He can't move. Finally, he's freed up. The song is allowing them to be able to reset. Ice on the front lines. Arteezy playing the back. The illusions ripping through the Venomancer as quick as possible. One last Crypt Storm does manage to finish him off. Evil Geniuses left with 4 against the 5 of PSG.LGD, and a battle for the Roshan pit in a contest to be able to control this game in this mid-game.
Oh my god, but they're 10k ahead all of a sudden. This fight going totally in their favor. I love the decisiveness. That's the difference maker in this series. PSG.LGD, they see meta, immediately they pop the Exorcism. They will combo their cooldowns to counter yours, and EG, Abed had like, what, 200 mana and was half health. He was funneling himself health pots and mana pots to try and stay in fighting shape, but he doesn't have any sustain. No one on EG can help him. A great snowball save from Crit, but they can't actually get their heroes up. And you saw Ice, he just got netted, drained, and illusions killed him. So,
every time, he's just kind of stuck there.
Now they're smoking.
5-man smoke. They're going to find Arteezy. They do manage to get him with the call. Immediately, the snowball save once again. The arrow's going to slide on by, actually hitting Fly in the back lines. Crit creating a little space for Arteezy to be able to back away. But once again, the Terror Wave, that's going to be able to save Ice a little bit of punishment, but another call, this time on 2. Faith Beyond turning the damage back around while Abed goes for the execution onto the Naga starting, but he popped the illusions. Again, a snowball save onto Arteezy. Crit running away. Arteezy looking for a Sunder. Managed to get it. Abed backing out, but the ensnare chases him down. He turns around, looks for an opening, but doesn't have it. PSG.LGD feeling like they could chase down more. The Spirit Siphon slowing down Arteezy alongside the Battle Hunker, but they should be content here. They certainly have good control over the Roshan pit. They don't need to go chasing for more kills.
No, they don't, but man, Fly catching that arrow means he can't mana drain. The illusions kill off Ice once again with a little bit of assistance in the finishing wave from Nothing to Say. TA taking damage, runs out of mana, has nothing left. You can see the net width on the side of EG. Abed, he's keeping up, but everybody else is falling off. Ice hasn't been able to hit creeps for 10 minutes now. He's just constantly fleeing for his life, and incredibly slowly at that.
Feels like he's becoming more and more of a liability in these team fights. As now Aegis Shard is going to be picked up from the Naga Siren, so now he's got that extra minus armor coming out from the passive, the Riptide, plus an additional slow, which you could see Arteezy's already having troubles with.
The combo break from Tusk is great. And watch this fight one more time. Watch how this plays out. The shards were perfect, but Nothing to Say. He's just BKB'd. The song's going to engage. Ice is going to take a nap. And unfortunately for him, that's pretty much the best way he can play team fights, because ultimately, it's better asleep than netted and targeted down by mass illusions. Crit with the snowball saves. Yes, it's a great move, but the Cold Embrace does that but better, because it also heals the ally to near full health. You don't have that sustain on EG.
No wonder Ice isn't having the impact that Evil Geniuses need him to have in this game. He's being songed in real life. As it's a 19-11, 15,000 net worth lead for PSG.LGD.
What happened?
Who? What?
The gold lead just keeps growing. I'm not even sure how. It's just Ame, I suppose.
Yeah.
Farming far more of the map. Nothing to say with the bots as well. He picked those up a little while ago.
I mean, you want to talk about the spread of creep that a Venomancer does. This is Naga Siren's doing it better with the illusions.
Poor Arteezy, I just don't know how he gets into this game. There's a butterfly now on the Naga, so the illusions will hit even harder. Yeah, Arteezy grabs his own, but okay, effective against the illusions, I'll give him that, but I feel like it's the Axe and the DP that have been gunning for him. Ame's ignored him. He's got better targets.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Heart next, like now you're just getting to a point where I don't know how you kill him.
Yep.
We got Aegis.
The extra illusion, now nothing to say. He's pumping out some good damage. We got an Aghanim Scepter on the Axe even. And PSG.LGD aware of just how far ahead they are right now. Begin a high ground push.
It's actually such a sick Axe. Lowers the taunt cooldown by 3 seconds. Anybody who gets called reduces armor by 7 and gives it to the Axe.
Snare into arrow. A free initiation on the fly. Call, follow up, Faith Beyond. An easy kill. Nothing that Evil Geniuses can really do about that. Now we're going to see that once again, this time on the Venomancer, as the snowball save looks to be able to get up on the Crypt Swarm. Barely clips him, claims a second life as PSG.LGD are just casually taking down Evil Geniuses right now. Ensnare after ensnare, arrow after arrow, call after call. Arteezy being pulled in. He goes for the Terror Wave. They see the opportunity to be able to catch, nothing to say. He needs to call the brace. He's got the cheese though. He resets off the Yule's BKB. And that Terror Wave, that's now gone as an option for EG in the next team fight.
Rinse, repeat, in and out. Everybody's still full health.
Another call, this time on Abed. Shivas, they're trying to slow it down. Abed's taking too much damage though. Ensnare up, ice. He's dead too. Oh no, the Thunder going out from Arteezy, put ice. They'll die just as fast as the first time around. Is now Grit actually trying to go for the Winter Wyvern to slow down these cold braces, but they're not putting damage into nothing to say. He was trying to solve this puzzle that is put in front of him, but now they can't even put out the damage to kill any of these cores, let alone the main man Ame with his Aegis. 2 lanes of barracks down. PSG.LGD just one away from being able to claim key major trophy champions right here, right now, with a 3-0 sweep of Evil Geniuses.
EG posturing, but I just don't know how the hell they're going to get anything done. That was the first time anybody touched Innocence.
One last ride.
15 minutes.
4-man smoke up. Trying to find that initiation. The tier 4s. Evil Geniuses, you're going to have to find a way into this one. They immediately jump. Oh, in response, Faith Beyond with the 2-man. Looks to be able to get the Coin Blade that dies. Abed's dead. Arteezy coming up next, and they've called it Evil Geniuses. They tap out. PSG.LGD, a clean-ass 3-0 sweep against Evil Geniuses.